What happens when a man of God lives like a king? In this video, we dive into the jaw-dropping lifestyle of Pope Leo XIV, the 19th-century pontiff who turned the Vatican into a palace of pure luxury. From jewel-encrusted robes to golden carriages, his story blurs the line between holiness and hedonism. In the grand annals of papal history, few figures stand out quite like Pope Leo XIV, a man whose name evokes not only religious reverence but also an unmatched flair for opulence. Unlike many of his predecessors who favored modesty and restraint, Pope Leo XIV turned the Vatican into a theater of grandeur and excess. His papacy, stretching across two vibrant decades of the 19th century, was marked by an extravagant lifestyle that fused divine authority with regal splendor. The rise to papal power before his elevation to the papacy, Leo XIV, born Lorenzo Vitelli in Florence, Italy, was known for his aristocratic heritage and cultured upbringing. Raised in a family of immense wealth and influence, Vitelli was educated in the finest institutions of Europe and was fluent in 6 languages. His tastes were honed in the salons of Paris, the concert halls of Vienna, and the art academies of Rome. His ascension to the papal throne was not merely a spiritual appointment but the crowning of a cosmopolitan connoisseur. Vatican makeover. One of the first acts of Pope Leo XIV was a complete refurbishment of the Vatican Palace. Determined to leave a lasting mark, he commissioned the era's most celebrated architects, decorators, and artisans. Baroque embellishments, gold leaf ceilings, hand-woven silk tapestries, and crystal chandeliers transformed the halls of the Vatican into a palace worthy of royalty. The Apostolic Palace's interior was redesigned to reflect the opulence of a Bourbon king's court. Private chapels sparkled with gemstones, while even the papal bathrooms featured marble imported from Carrara and intricate mosaics. The Sistine Chapel, already a masterpiece, was further embellished under Leo XIV's orders with rare art pieces and updated lighting to enhance its divine allure. Leo XIV's taste was nothing short of legendary. His daily attire, while maintaining the traditional papal vestments, was often custom-made from the most exquisite fabrics, embroidered silk, velvet, and gold-threaded lace. Jewel-encrusted mitres, rings with precious stones the size of walnuts, and custom leather slippers handcrafted by Roman artisans were part of his regular wardrobe. The papal carriages were equally grand. Drawn by Andalusian horses, his primary carriage was gilded and inlaid with ivory, featuring cushions of Persian silk. Later in his reign, he commissioned one of the earliest electric carriages, making headlines across Europe as the first pope to embrace such modernity, albeit lavishly. Lavish banquets and entertainment state banquets hosted by Leo XIV were events of legendary splendor. Guests included royalty, nobles, and dignitaries from around the world. These gatherings featured multi-course feasts prepared by chefs imported from France and served on gold-rimmed porcelain. The Vatican gardens were often transformed into open-air ballrooms, illuminated with thousands of candles and lanterns. He also maintained a private theater where operas and plays were performed weekly. Composers and artists were handsomely rewarded for performances that pleased the pontiff. His favorite composer, Gioacchino Rossini, even composed several exclusive pieces for papal events. Collections and acquisition. An ardent art collector, Pope Leo XIV used the Vatican's resources, and often his personal fortune, to amass a staggering collection of paintings, sculptures, and antiquities. He purchased works from renowned artists of the time and acquired entire collections from European aristocrats fallen on hard times. Under his reign, the Vatican museums swelled with treasures, ancient Greek statues, Renaissance masterpieces, Egyptian relics, and rare manuscripts. He also expanded the Vatican Library, acquiring priceless texts from the East and commissioning illuminated manuscripts. Personal indulgences and rumors. Despite the public grandeur, whispers of Leo XIV's personal indulgences circulated through the corridors of Rome. It was said he favored French cognac and Italian cigars, and that his private quarters included a room dedicated entirely to mirrors and fine perfumes. He traveled incognito to villas in the Roman countryside, sometimes under the guise of a simple cardinal, enjoying lavish retreats that included gourmet meals, private concerts, and theatrical performances. While these were never officially confirmed, the expenditures often appeared in the Vatican's financial ledgers under vague labels. Controversy and criticism. While adored by some for bringing splendor and cultural prestige to the papacy, Leo XIV was sharply criticized by others. Traditionalists viewed his lifestyle as a betrayal of the Church's core values. His spending sprees drew the ire of reformers who demanded greater accountability and modesty. Critics also argued that his focus on personal luxury distracted from pressing ecclesiastical issues. The poor and marginalized saw little benefit from the wealth flowing through the Vatican. Pamphlets and satirical art depicted him as a modern-day Nero, fiddling with pearls while Rome struggled with poverty. Legacy of a lavish Pope. Pope Leo XIV's death marked the end of an era, a glittering yet contentious chapter in the history of the Church. He left behind an artistic and architectural legacy that continues to draw millions to the Vatican each year. The museums he enriched and the palatial renovations he championed are testaments to his grand vision. However, his reign remains a subject of debate among historians and theologians. Was he a Renaissance man who brought culture and beauty to the spiritual heart of Catholicism? Or was he a misguided leader who lost sight of the Church's mission in pursuit of personal grandeur? Whatever the verdict, Pope Leo XIV's lifestyle ensures his place in history not just as a pontiff, but as a paradox, a man of the cloth who lived like a king. Was Pope Leo XIV a visionary patron of the arts, or a pope who strayed too far from spiritual duty? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Like if you were shocked, subscribe for more royal riches and forbidden history. Thanks for watching.